All my life, I felt like I was supposed to go to a third world country. Never knew a place, but I couldn't shake it. And I truly tried to shake this feeling. And finally, a missionary couple said to me, "Dolores, you've got to try." Hi, I'm Dolores Norman. I am a nurse here in the Dominican Republic working with Go Ministry. I was a nurse in the United States. I grew up in Indiana the first half of my life and the second in Illinois. My life before Go was a registered nurse in a geriatric hospital. My husband got sick about 10 years into our marriage, and he died before his time. After I buried him 2 years later, my mother died of cancer. I took care of her as well and still worked, and it was very hard. When she died, I said to my family, this is it. I have got to answer this deep feeling I can't get rid of, that I need to share. Not that I wasn't sharing the love of Christ with my patients, but I couldn't get rid of it. I need to go somewhere, didn't know where. At 63, instead of coasting off into retirement, I moved to the Dominican Republic to work with Go. And I have been here in the DR for 7 years. You know, that word retirement is interesting. Whoever invented retirement? In other countries, people don't retire. They give until they can't go anymore, and that's what I wanted to do. 5 days a week, I put on a nurse's uniform and head to the clinic. One thing we do here is to run a clinic for the poor. You come in, it's first come, first serve, and we will have people waiting, and like at 6 in the morning, waiting for us to open at 9. Poor people here struggle to make ends meet and even have food, until you see in a third world country what poor really means. We have seen cases of people who are so poor, they're so far on the bottom of the run of humanity, that when they get cancer, they just get eaten up with it. At the clinic, we've seen HIV and have lost patients because of that. We've seen women who have nowhere to turn. This is one of the hardest things, is leaving your kids behind and your grandkids. But God has been so good, keeping true to His word, replacing and giving you a family, not to replace your own, but to giving you families. My life had been very filled with a lot of sadness and sickness and the loss of a lot of my family members. So God has given me this Go family as my replacement. I'm invited to meals with them. They take me to the movie with them. They always call Grandma Dee Dee. So I'm very grateful and honored to do what I get to do. When I think back 7 years ago, I never envisioned living in a third world country, even though I desired to do this. And at times, I literally pinch myself and go, I'm really on an island. I'm really doing this. It's like, no, it's been very, very hard to, it's surreal is actually the word. It is very surreal.